Good morning, everyone. Today we have a Chilean saint. Her name is Teresa of Jesus of the Andes. She didn't live for very long. She was born in 1900 in Chile. When she was 15, she made a vow to be a virgin and wanted to enter the Carmelites. And she did when she was 19. She made this choice because she was influenced by the writings of Teresa of Jesus. And so it's a lovely testament to how quickly word can travel. So even back in the day where Therese died around the time she was born, somehow Therese's writings and Elizabeth of the Trinity, her writings, reached Teresa in Chile, not even as a Carmelite yet. So it's a testament to how powerful the influence of Therese and Elizabeth were in their time. One of the reasons they would have been so influential is that at that time there was a movement called Jansenism, and a movement that focused on human unworthiness. And it was a movement that amplified, it didn't start then. I don't want to get into the whole history of it all, but it amplified the choice for leading a penitential life, the choice for seeing and believing that God wanted individuals to make reparation, to atone, to be redemptive souls. And part of the beauty was there was a sense of union with the very historical path of Jesus. So there was beauty in it. There was a sense of solace and communion and union. But on the downside, it put the belief of the human being in a place that was very tenuous with this sense of unworthiness. And the writings of Therese and Elizabeth, even though they have their influences, are largely ambassadors for God being an all-consuming fire of love and desiring that we know the tenderness of this divine heart. So there was a sense of softening in the writings of Therese and Elizabeth. And if you read Therese's oblation, you'll see that she wanted to be an oblation not to judgment, God's judgment, which was popular at the time, but to merciful love and to be renewed in that love constantly. So Teresa of the Andes, the flower of the Andes, she's called by some, got her hands on these writings and was so influenced by them that she really wanted to be Carmelite just like them. So she entered the Carmelite monastery when she was 19. And then within the year, contracted typhus and took solemn vows and died in Holy Week. So her time as a Carmelite was very short as well. And the passage that I have for our reflection today gives us an opportunity to refresh our lens. We each have a lens that we look at the world with, that we look at ourselves with, that we look at life with. And we're constantly called to refresh that lens, to let the way we look at things be influenced by the experience of God at the very center of our souls. And that theme comes because Teresa of the Andes had such deep experiences of Jesus Christ that she experienced Christ in all. And in experiencing Christ in all, that formed her lens. She looked at everything in that way, everything. And it opened up to her, in her own word, horizons of love beyond what she could imagine. So it's a chance for us to refresh our lens, and not just to refresh it ourselves as though we have sole power of putting our glasses on and off, but to invite spirit to refresh our lens, to change us on a cellular level so that all the influences from within our humanity may be pure in such a way that we see things as they really are. So, with that, I invite you to close your eyes, and our circle continues to grow. We sit in spirit in circle this morning, and we invite in all the Carmelites that have been walking with us and supporting us in this series. And we invite in Teresa of the Andes with her sweet, young purity, her belief in herself and humanity that was so vibrant that she believed she could live a life that was of Christ alone. We invite her to guide us, that whatever our particular path may be, whatever the language, whatever the inherent beliefs, that like her, we may be gifted with such an inner transformation on all energetic levels that the lens through which we look allows us to see the brilliance of the beloved in all. And we invite in all of our ancestors and guides and shamans and holy ones, loved ones, and spiritual friends. And Teresa gives us words that are her own revelation. She speaks to us. Only God can satisfy us. Only the eternal source can quench our thirst. Only the divine can fulfill our deepest longings. This God is truth and unchangeable good. This God is eternal love. O my Jesus and my Mother, may I belong to God forever. May nothing on earth claim my attention but the tabernacle. Preserve me pure so that when I die I can say how happy I am now that at last I can lose myself in the infinite ocean of the heart of Jesus. We enter into the silence together, truly with trust and surrender, to open our every cell, our every hidden part of our being, to shift into the truth of Source. And we actively surrender our thoughts and all the directions our thoughts may go, helpful or unhelpful. And we surrender the movements of the heart and all the many influences seen and unseen, and the directions this heart goes that is helpful or unhelpful. We surrender our memories and the conscious or unconscious influence our memories have that is helpful or unhelpful. We surrender all our faculties, not to abort or give up free will, but rather to become free in the use of our will. And we surrender the many ways that we rest in our attitudes and perspectives, in the way we look at things, in the way that we evaluate, and open ourselves to the possibility to observe without evaluation. And in this surrender, we find that there is not a cavern of emptiness, but rather an informed presence that offers a true resting place. And we begin to end this short time of reflection and silence before opening your eyes in your own way. Surrender that you may be truly changed. and changed in such a way that we might call it transformation. And in that transformation, something of transfiguration happens on all levels for you. And in that, when you open your eyes, expect to look outward upon your day in a way that you have never gazed before. Drawing the palms together, we open our eyes together with Namaste. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone.